My name is Karen Richards. I'm the SPARS coordinator for the City of Waukesha Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department. So before we start the program, I just wanted to reiterate tonight's schedule. We're starting with the program and demonstration and ribbon cutting from 5:30 to 6, and then at 6 o'clock, High Roller Fun Rentals is offering free kayak rentals if you want to try the launches. There's for short rides, and you'll check out the High Roller Fun Rentals in the building over there after the program. 6 o'clock to 6:15 or until supplies last, free hot dogs, chips, and cookies up in the Rotary building. And live music tonight from 6 to 7:15 by local musician Ben Janzo. That'll be right up there. Hey, Ben. And then there will be a presentation in the Rotary building at 6:15 by Gene and Barb Geiger. They're local residents that built their own kayak from wood and then traveled the Mississippi for 5 months in their kayak, stopping off at various cities along the way and volunteering. So they're going to give a presentation on their journey. And their kayak is out here if you wanted to take a look at it. They said you could even sit in it and take some pictures if you'd like. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mayor Riley to say a few words and get this kicked off. Mayor?
Thank you, Karen. I want to welcome everyone here. It's great to see such a huge crowd here, but that just tells us that I think we hit on something that the community is really going to love. Last year there was an old dock here, and it was slated for replacement, and kayak launches were kind of a new thing, and they were just coming onto the market. And Ryan Fisk of the Park, Recreation, Forestry Department, he's with Buildings and Facilities Maintenance, explored the possibility of including launches and also especially an ADA compliant launch with the new dock that we knew we were going to put in. So Ryan worked with Karen, who just spoke, to raise the necessary funds to include the kayak launch in the project. We want to provide a special thanks to the Park Foundation of Waukesha. It's just one of their several projects that they've done that has helped to make things like this possible for the city. We had a tree planting ceremony just a little while ago. They've been around for 11 years, I believe, maybe a little longer than that, and they've just done a phenomenal job for the city. We're also grateful to the many other businesses, organizations, and individuals that donated to make this launch possible. Because of their generosity, we're here today with a wonderful opportunity to provide water access to all in Waukesha. I'm going to go through the donors list. It's pretty long, but it's also a testament to companies and individuals that make Waukesha better. First of all, the Park Foundation of Waukesha, Inc., Waukesha's Elk Lodge number 400, and they also played a big part in the adaptive playground equipment right in front of the building over there. We Energies Foundation, High Tech Powder Coating, Friends of Waukesha Park Recreation and Forestry, Generac, Underground Specialists Inc., Able Distributing, St. John Newman Congregation, Bosco Social Club, Ford Construction Company Inc., John and Glenda Fisk, Chad Larson, Robert Kazmierski, David Liska, Ryan Fisk, Karen Richards, Mary Berg, Joanna Adamicki. Those are all park people, so they were helping with this too. Ron Grawl, David Birch, Carol Lombardi, past mayor, A. Larson, Sean Calloway, Linda Overcamp, Jenny Rule, Gina Folkalt, Barb and Jean Geiger, Daniel Labra Baum. Hopefully I didn't make that one too bad. So I just want to say that for me it's very proud to be able to stand up here and have the dedication of this launch and have it also be an adaptive launch. And like I'm saying, to have this many people here is just absolutely wonderful. We do have quite a few aldermen here too, which is really great because we have a common council meeting in about half an hour. So we have Aaron Perry here, Dean Lemke, Steve Johnson, Cassie Rodriguez, and Joe. So it's nice to have everyone here for that. Another organization that has supported the project since its inception is Wisconsin Hero Outdoors. Here to express the importance of these launches and benefits of being on the water is Eric Faulkner, who's a co-founder and CEO of Wisconsin Hero Outdoors. Eric will tell us a little about his organization, and he'll also narrate the demonstrations on the launch too. So Eric, come on up.
Thank you, Mayor, Karen, and honored guests that are here today. This is really a special moment, and the reason Wisconsin Hero Outdoors started, actually our inception was surrounded around kayaking and kayak fishing. A few of us veterans that were going through treatment at the Milwaukee VA, outside of the programs that that facility offered, got together and used kayaking and kayak fishing as a form of healing. And it worked so well for us as individuals that we wanted to help duplicate that for others. So we went through the necessary legal processes to form our nonprofit, and we wanted to be involved in the community and help extend that to not only veterans but first responders and their families, because we know that families that play together stay together, and it's vitally important that, especially with those of us who have disabilities and different ratings within the VA medical system, all the way to those that are within the civilian sector, have access to connecting to the outdoors. Because while there's a place for professional medical treatment in the mental health community, we know that the accessibility to the outdoors is very rewarding and very helpful to the mind and to the soul. So thank you for everybody who supported this project. Not only will this give the community access to it, but it'll give us another location that we can run events and also help facilitate running programs with the Milwaukee VA and any other medical facilities that want to join into that process. We've got a couple other organizations that are helping us out today. We've got Adaptive Sportsmen, and our demonstrator today is John Martinson. This is John's actually his second time really in a kayak, so he's being a very brave demonstrator, but it's going to be a perfect example of how this system that was implemented today can give access to even the newest individual wanting to get involved in kayaking. We've also got Team River Runner, who specifically works with adaptive kayaking, and across the board they've got a lot of different mechanisms that help with different disabilities that we're very excited about them partnering with us today. So one of the things that Wisconsin Hero Outdoors prides ourselves on is that if we can't do a mission, we want to reach out to other organizations that can help us with that. So let's give those organizations a big round of applause. One other organization that I want to mention too, you see Charity out on the dock, our four-legged friend. Charity is with Lutheran Church Charities. She is a therapy dog, and Charity has been at almost every single one of our events. She comes and greets veterans and first responders and just makes them feel a little bit more at ease when we're doing the event. So let's give it up for Charity. So at this launch, there's two different types of launches. The one that John's going to be demonstrating, which John, go ahead. You guys can start the process. It's designed that if you have the ability, you can tow your kayak out there. There's kayak trailers and wheels that you can tow out there, and it's designed to allow you to be completely independent if you can. For demonstration purposes today and for safety purposes, we're going to have a couple folks on standby just to make the process easier. But again, this is John's only second time in a kayak, let alone first time using this type of a launch. So just to demonstrate the ease of use and accessibility, what John is doing now is he's actually sitting on the platform that he can physically use both of his hands to move his body and then swing his lower torso, and then it extends out physically over the kayak, over the cubby of the kayak, and allows him to brace himself on either side and then enter into that kayak. And then once he's physically in the boat, there's actually a rail system which you'll be able to see later, and then he can physically pull himself down that actual launch system and enter into the water. There's rollers on it, so it's very easy. John's got good upper body strength, but it doesn't take much energy and effort to make that move. Another type of piece, but sportsmen and fishermen actually really enjoy the dog a lot of control everybody just watch John having fun all day long. So John's going to swing back around and enter in and then show the re-entry process. John's actually one of the, I think I mentioned it, co-founders or longtime members of Adaptive Sportsman of 17 years. He actually custom built his own motorcycle, so he rides as well for the past 6 years, so he's a pretty incredible human being. And there you go. So, please, Craig. And then Craig is one of the leaders of Team River Runner. Again, that's the organization that specifically works with adaptive kayaking. He's a very good person. But he's going to show how to use the more traditional launch, where if you just have some type of a need for getting in and out of a kayak or ease in and out of the water, this separate kayak system right here allows you to use your paddle. One thing to remember, kayaking and kayak fishing in general is a great sport to do by yourself, but we always encourage you to do it with somebody. A buddy team is always a safe bet. And then always remember to wear your life jacket. A number of us have been lifeguards, lifeguard instructors, dive team, combat swimmers, all the above. But the water always wins. So we want to encourage everybody. We've got a good demonstrator over here with all life jackets. So wear your life jacket. So that was our demonstration for today. If we have any questions, Craig, myself, and the rest of our team will be available to answer any questions. But I want to thank the community for supporting this project. Again, I want to thank the mayor and Karen, and we'll turn it back over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. That was great. So now we're going to do the official ribbon cutting. So I'd like to ask all the donors who were listed by the mayor to come forward. We're going to hold on to a red ribbon in front of the pier, and we'll be doing some photos. Thank you.